channel. This week I was actually planning on making another video since it's my 2-year anniversary here on YouTube. I was planning to talk about my goals and my plans for this channel, also doing a smaller haul, but unfortunately the items I'm waiting for got stuck in the mail, I guess. So hopefully I will have them until next week, so we can go through that together. But I recently was out for a bit of shopping and I found an item I've been wanting to get for quite some time. It is the World of Warcraft poster collection. This you can get on Amazon, I think, but they have been for the longest time out of stock, and importing items from Amazon to Sweden is usually a little bit expensive. I have seen people on YouTube getting this item for like $5 in America, which is very, very, very inexpensive. But since this is an American company and product, it is usually expensive here in Sweden with all the import fees. So I paid around maybe $25-30 for this in a store that I found the last example, and I don't regret it. It is still in a plastic cover that I'm planning on taking off. Up here, a little bit of the corner is already torn, but I don't mind that. You can see Valeria and Murad here at the front cover. So this one has 32 removable posters, but it's front and back side, so it halves that you can't use all 32 at the same time, unfortunately. I have been going back and forth with the thought of having my little gaming room and gaming collection. I sold off a lot of my products just because my partner works from home, so I only have a small corner to use for my gaming rig in the office we have, and I don't mind that. I'm not complaining, but I don't want to have a lot of stuff just for the sake of it. I feel it will be very cluttered and a lot to be there, but maybe I can use some of these, and in the future we might move to something larger. Here on the back side you can see a few of the example pieces of the artwork they have in this packaging. So it's from vanilla up to Mists of Pandaria. Let's see if we can unwrap this. So this feels very high quality. It has this glossy effect that you can also touch on the World of Warcraft logo. And I was hoping we could go through this one together and watch the beautiful art. I hope you will enjoy this video, so please sit back and relax. Thank you. So I have with me once again my handy dandy little knitting needle to trace and point things out. poster collection. World of Warcraft 32 removable posters. Here inside we can see already from the start that the first poster is the front cover of this little compendium. So it's Valeria, also known as the Blood Elf Rogue, versus the Draenei Paladin. And this is Murad. There is this amazing figure statue that is very expensive nowadays, way over $1,000 on eBay, usually around $2,000, that Blizzard made during the launch of World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade. I almost had all of this piece as a statue, but it was very, very broken, and I was not sure with my skills back then if I could repair it, because the armor on Valeria's armor is usually broken and the daggers are usually missing. It is a very, very lovely piece, and I'm happy to have this artwork as well now. Sorry if you see that I'm a bit shaky. I had to switch out my medications since there is a shortage of my usual one, and I get a bit shaky by this one. Here you can see two beautiful artworks, and this is front and back side, so you cannot use both the Valeria versus Murad and the World of Warcraft Classic. I really enjoy both of these two artworks from the classic boxes. We have one with the Night Elf female in Teldrassil with a dwarf male on the cover. I love the details of this, how the eyes were more almost silver and not translucent, and even with the little nose piercings. Near on the other side is also for the World of Warcraft vanilla game, but the Horde box art edition with a Tauren male and an Orc male. This is very, very beautiful, very iconic. The posters are both very high quality. It's this thicker paperback, so it's very durable. Next up, here is the box art for the World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade. Again with a male Draenei Paladin and a male Blood Elf. I love this little. Is it do you call it a goatee or a soul patch? Not quite sure about that. In Shadowmoon Valley, you can see the fell volcanoes in the background. Then we have the box art for World of Warcraft Cataclysm. You can see Neltharion, also known as Deathwing, with the claws on his hand, the dragon arms coming outside the runic ring. I'm actually very much looking forward to Cataclysm Classic. I used to have a lot of fun playing Cataclysm as a child growing up, and I'm looking forward to doing PvP in Tulbarat. I've also been very interested in the War Within. since I started reading up a bit on the lore. I really enjoy the lore of the New Dwarf and so on in the War Within. More books are the World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King. Here we can see the Lich King, Arthas Menethil, holding the Frostmourne. This is such a shame you cannot use both Cataclysm and Wrath of the Lich King. If you want to have both of these posters, you would have to buy 2 of this set. Then we have World of Warcraft, Mists of Pandaria, with the Pandaren monk on the cover. Even though I don't quite enjoy the panda so much, I don't think a lot of people played pandas. The Pandaren. But Mists of Pandaria was such a good, wholesome expansion. I really do think so. I really enjoyed that expansion. Here is some art from the different patches. Here we have Shadow of the Necropolis, patch 1.11. So here's Kel'Thuzad, Strathon Burning, and Naxxramas. Then we have the Black Temple, patch 2.1.0. I know it's sideways, but you can see it anyways. In the background we have Akama and Dilidan Stormrage with the 2 Warglaives of Asinov outside of the Black Temple. I really enjoy this green artwork a lot. I'm not quite sure yet which ones I might use for the gaming room. Oh wow, this makes me happy. The Gates of Ankh-Kirash, patch 1.9. So here is inside of Ankh-Kirash in Silithus. These beautiful, beautiful insectoids. I think this is very otherworldly, which is why I love World of Warcraft so much, for this almost alien-like cryptids and races and history. That's why my favorite expansion is the Burning Crusade. Then we have the Gods of Suleiman, patch 2.3. You can see all of the trolls on top of the buildings. This was a very nice patch. The artwork is turned now, but maybe you don't mind. We have Fury of the Sunwell, patch 2.4, with Kael'thas and Kil'jaeden. And what's quite fun is that I used to have, but I sold them off, to find art prints from the World of Warcraft Anniversary Edition. And they actually used this exact artwork for a smaller version of the fine art prints. I think there would be other artwork that symbolized the Burning Crusade better, but I love to see artwork with Kil'jaeden. I love the Draenei so much. Next, on the other side, we have Secrets of Ulduar, patch 3.1. You can see the planet of Azeroth with the Maelstrom in the middle. What I think is crazy is how they never followed up on this lore. I remember running Uldar, used to watch all of these other planets inside of this room, and now they never expanded on visiting the other planets. According to the lore, a lot of the planets are destroyed, but I don't buy that. I want more places like old school Outland. Call of the Crusade, patch 3.2. If I'm not wrong, this was the patch where you would only have the small raid within Argenton, right? I'm not quite sure. My memory is a little bit fuzzy on that part. Here's the Ashbringer, some drones, torrents, night elves, dwarves, and humans, and the Organ Crusade banners. We have Fall of the Lich King, patch 3.3. Here we can see the Helm of Domination and the Frostmourne lying in the snow. Oh, this might be one of my actual favorite artworks. Rise of the Sandalari, patch 4.1. Here we can see the blood god Hakar being summoned on the altar by the Troll Empire. I really enjoy the lore about the demigods of the universe. Hakar, the Soul Flayer, might be my favorite one ever. Use the heart, the feeling, everything I love. We have Rage of the Firelands, patch 4.2. Here we entered Firelands to once again fight Ragnaros. And I remember this time he was a bit goofy. Was it on the heroic edition on the fight? Or version, I would say. He actually got legs. And that was not very typical of him. Hour of Twilight, patch 4.3. Here we would fight Deathwing, the longest patch of all history. I think it was 12 months, a whole year with this raid. Here's a Thrall, Green Jesus, holding the power of the dragon aspects. Was this called the Demon Eye first? Maybe. But during the lore back then, the dragon aspects lost all of their power to defeat Deathwing, Neltharion. And I don't know, they used the Thrall as the earthen aspect. Green Jesus he used to be called because it was too goofy for him, this armor. Here's a Landfall, patch 5.1. The first patch for Mists of Pandaria. We can see an alliance human warrior versus a lot of orcish warrior invaders in the water. When they first arrived to Pandaria, here we have some fantastic classic artworks from World of Warcraft. This very iconic female blood elf paladin artwork by is it Wei Wang? Maybe his name is. From 2006. He has made a lot of amazing art for the World of Warcraft universe. I'm a big fan of his. You can see the tome the paladin is holding, a long sword, and this very iconic paladin armor that I just lost the name for in my head. I remember in Cataclysm when transmogrification were a new thing. Every paladin would use this Is it the Judgment here? I think so. Every paladin would use this gear, but it's so nice. And there is a male Draenei paladin. I can't remember his name. It's not Murad, I think. This guy is named something else. Also holding a dome and a big crystal maze. Probably inside the Exodar, because you can see the different Draenei textures and how they build things. Here is a piece of artwork from 2005. It is a male orc riding a wolf, and there are burning pieces of comets plummeting to the earth of Azeroth. Then we have some artwork from the Burning Crusade with Lady Vash, Kael'thas Sunstrider, and Illidan Stormrage, and their overtake of Outlands. Here is also artwork I think came with the anniversary edition of World of Warcraft. The 15-year anniversary, that is. And I think, if I remember correctly, this is the same artwork with Arthas Menethil, the Lich King, that you would get in one of the fine art prints. He's sitting on the frozen throne with the Frostmourne and his legion of undead. Back here is Sindragosa. Then we have an artwork of the new Lich King, Turn the Worth of the Lich King, Bulwar 4 Dragon, and his shard body. He got set ablaze by Alexstrasza. Here we have some really nice artwork from the Cataclysm expansion. Here are the Worgen, probably a Worgen rogue and a Worgen warrior, inside of Gilneas under a full moon. And then we have my favorite race, except from the ogres, the goblins. I just love the long pointy ears, the big grin and the nose. This is a goblin rogue with some brutes in the background. Probably inside of Kazan before it sunk and they had to flee to the Lost Isles. Here is art from the loading screen of World of Warcraft. Very classic, very iconic, with all of the back then leaders. Very unwritten for the human faction. I miss this character so much. He died during the Legion invasion, and since then, Anduin Wrynn has been like the factional leader of the humans. But I miss Varian Wrynn. He was my favorite human character. Magni Bronzebeard, Velen. He has not been doing anything for so many expansions. Mekatork, Tyrande, Thrall, Sylvanas, Vol'jin. And I can't even remember right now. Kane, Blood Oath, is it him? Theranos? No. I cannot even remember the leader of the Blood Elf faction. They have switched out so many ones. Used to be Garrosh, and he was such a great character of the Thrall he's dead, she's gone, he's doing something else, he's dead, he's doing something else as well. Like, the only ones that's actually still standing is the Blood Elf leader, Velen, and Mechatork, and he's doing nothing, this little gnome guy. Here's a very amazing artwork. I've been planning since I got the World of Warcraft cookbook to make a cooking show, I guess ASMR style, with the World of Warcraft cooking. And this will be nice to have in the background in my kitchen. Some dwarves, a gnome and a night elf sharing some ale. This gnome is way too drunk, and this night elf is throwing up. But the dwarf seems to have a good old time in the tavern. Here is some more artwork, but this is from Mists of Pandaria. These two aren't my favorites. There's a lot of yellow in them, and it does not really have the World of Warcraft feeling that I like. Here's a Pandaren monk, maybe one of the lore masters, with a scroll of ancient text, and a lot of the beautiful cloud serpents that they introduced during this expansion. Then we have some more World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria, but these, especially the female one, looks so cartoonish. It does not feel like World of Warcraft to me, this artwork, unfortunately. And then there's the last one made by Wei Wang, once again from 2011. And it is the Pandaren monk inside of probably the Jade Forest with this little cake of booze. Very beautiful artwork, even though the Pandarans aren't my favorite. But that was the complete walkthrough of the posters you get. Even though it says 32 removable posters, you can only use 16 at a time. Since Blizzard Entertainment established the Warcraft universe in 1994 with the debut of Warcraft Orc Humans, millions of gamers across the planet have been transported to the fantasy world of Azeroth and captivated by its vivid worldscapes and eye-popping visuals, hallmarks of the development studio's bold approach to art and design. This collection of 32 quintessential images brings that hyper-realized vision into stunning focus like never seen before. This is a licensed Blizzard product, and I'm really happy to have it. For now, it will be seating because I need to plan out how I'm planning on having it up. I am waiting also for some other World of Warcraft artwork to arrive that I'm planning on having with my computer setup. But I will show you that some other time. I really, really